I'm Sophia,
I'm Alex,
and you're listening to Boss Babe Breakout.
Behind the scenes, how
I feel
I'm very feel. I'm very.
I told her I couldn't swim, so she put me on her back and threw me off at the deep end. Worst colleague. 6 o'clock in the morning, rolled over, looked at my phone. Cole Palmer's like, just
in for a peck. No, mate, he was tongue in my ear.
He's doing a Yoda.
I'm sweating.
Sapling girl, you alright? Alright. Oh, this keeps touching my long chin, bro. How do I put this on? Might as well get into where we've been today.
So, I went to see a psychic because I'm jobless and I need some guidance in my life.
We're both jobless. I want to go and get one again. I got told a lot of stuff last time and it was very accurate. I got told that I don't know what I can say.
Just say it.
I got told that the person I was with loved me, but I probably wasn't going to let a few things run that were happening, and I didn't. But she said there's a man waiting for me, so Harrison Armstrong. Yeah. Job-wise, you got some news?
Yeah. She told me to explore the travel industry, which I was thinking about anyway. Obviously, can't see myself being an air hostess because I'm 5'2" and I won't be able to reach. But anything else?
Would you do the airport thing?
Yeah.
But what can you even do?
Bag check-ins at Jet2. I will let so many people in with. If I was working,
allegedly,
allegedly, everyone's suitcase could be over 30 kg because I don't care. I'm not charging you.
Is the plane? It's doing that.
You didn't hear it
why?
here. It's not come from. She said, because I was gonna originally leave my job and was I gonna do like a rep abroad?
Yeah.
And she said, don't do that. But you're gonna come across like loads of boats abroad, and obviously where I've been made redundant, I had to go to South Africa for 4 weeks and train the new team. It was literally boats everywhere.
Also, I got told to quit aesthetics last time. Well, basically, when we went last time, I was on my aesthetics journey. Big up my mum and big up Demi, because you're both doing it and thriving, but I didn't. But I was doing the course and I wasn't really feeling it. And she was like, are you doing a course that's not finished? And I said, yeah. And she was like, well, don't. So I quit. Sorry, Chris. My cousin got very annoyed when I told him that I let a psychic control business, but got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, but I quit my nails. I started the what was that thing that people used to do? The perfumes, where you used to sell like the FM things. Right, I started that. I made an Instagram.
Like
yeah. Didn't sell one thing, so I gave up. I was like, no, not for me.
Didn't we both do teeth, like the teeth whitening?
Yes, and then I promoted, I can't even remember what it was. I thought I was like top influencer. Promoted teeth whitening, made £3, gave up on that. And then I started my nails. I paid for the course. The only reason why I paid for this course, right, is because it was like something stupid, like £20 on sale from like 100. And I thought, never finished it. I won't be going back to that. I thought I had a passion for nails in lockdown when I'd done your dodgy acrylics. Not for me.
They weren't bad.
Are you joking? They were like this. And I actually let her walk out. Luckily, it was lockdown and no one actually saw you other than the McDonald's drive-through person. But
I actually spent about £500 on aesthetics.
And your PT course?
Oh. No, let me not, because when I was younger, Mediterranean parents, very strict. I was not allowed to go on trains, obviously, as you know. So I was working in a salon/gym, loved it. And they were like, why don't you do a PT course? So then... I don't know whether I can say this. I don't mean this in an offensive way. But the course trainer called me. So that's like a name that could be for any gender. Called me and I'm like, he's got a sexy voice. So I was like, okay. And then
Very much a she.
yeah, she turned up and I was talking about getting her nails done, everything, and I was like, okay, got that wrong. She was really cute, didn't end up doing it.
Is that when you had to go on the train by yourself and you got lost?
I went to Ladbroke Grove,
Yeah.
AJ Tracy Lavin Direct. Yeah. I don't actually really speak. I made quite a few friends there, but a lot of them, like, I got there to do the gym and I didn't know what I was doing.
You didn't make friends.
I did. There was this really cute girl. I still follow her on Instagram, and I follow a boy on Instagram from there as well.
Ooh.
Not baiting out names.
But you baited out the personal trainer.
But once we actually got there, they were going on the machines, and they were like probably about 4 or 5 years older than me. I didn't even know how to use a treadmill.
How old was you? Like 17?
No, younger.
You were 17.
I don't think I was. Because I think
if this was
still working there.
You've got a mic on and it's still here.
Did I try and start any other ventures like that?
YouTube. We tried YouTube 9 years ago. Then we tried YouTube again probably about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we tried YouTube again 5 years ago. Failed each time.
Yeah, no, they were bad. I think before we were worried about what people would think as well. And now we're both unemployed. So you people can talk about us behind our backs because we're not there to hear you. So going back onto the whole psychic thing, we thought we were going for a spiritual awakening.
We are going for a spiritual awakening.
My Yaya and Bops, which is Nan and Grandad in Greek, we'll be referring to them as Yaya and Bops because that is all they are. They're not Nan and Grandad. When they go to Cyprus, we look after the house and the dogs. And what even happened? Vibes were just vibing.
No, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning and we were just deep in our unemployed life and what we're going to do with ourselves after chilling on the beach of a 5-star resort in Cyprus.
And I don't know if anyone can relate, but I feel like as soon as something goes bad in my life, I check my horoscope.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I do. I'll be sitting there with any inconvenience and think, what's my horoscope saying? But, right, so you'll feel disconnected and detached, so you'll start to feel confused. I don't know what's more confusing about two people that have got no income or job or anything. So that was accurate. Okay, you've reevaluated your belief, so that may mean quitting your job to pursue your real passion.
I didn't quit my job by choice. It wasn't by choice.
We'll go back to why you don't have a job because the stories are very different. There was something about finding a kind of guide and things like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that happened at that time. And then it was basically after you find your guide, you're just going to hit rock bottom.
And we are at rock bottom.
Flew back to Stansted and we were like, this is it. But when you're depressed, you just start businesses up because that's what we did. And here we are.
2 in the making.
So why do you not have a job?
Because I got made redundant.
Why?
Don't think I'm allowed to say why.
The business made some changes, so you're no longer working with them.
They no longer needed me.
Do you think it was
blessing in disguise? Yeah, but I'm the type of person that if I'm too comfortable, I won't leave.
Yeah,
I need to be pushed
definitely.
out. If I get too comfortable, I'm like, I'm just gonna chill here for the rest of my life, and I can't do that.
Like, why did you leave New Look? Because I never thought that would happen. I thought you would be granny in New Look.
No, I know. A situation happened and I got annoyed and I was like, no. I didn't feel like I wasn't comfortable enough to go back, which that was probably a sign that I needed to be pushed out of that as well, because I would have been probably 80 still working in New Look.
Yeah, you would have.
I would have.
Well, they were cute there. They got me out of a parking ticket. I went to pick her up from work and got a ticket. And what's his name? Big up, is it? He doesn't care. Thanks. He always gets rid of my mum's tickets as well. We'll bleep his name out. We don't want anyone to lose their job.
No, he was really sweet. Everyone there was really sweet. I did actually really love them all. But
So was that your first job then? Was that before or after
no,
Iceland?
my first ever job was working in a hairdresser's when I was doing my GCSEs, right, on a Saturday. And I was there for 2 weeks and I was like, fuck this. I'm not sweeping up hair. I'm leaving. They told me I wasn't rough enough with washing the hair. I was too gentle. But I'm not being funny. If I have an 80-year-old woman in front of me, I'm not going to start smashing her head against the bottle. So I was like, no, not for me. Left that. My mum wasn't happy because it was her friend. And I just didn't turn up. I was like, Mum, I'm not going back. I'm not doing it. So discount gone.
My first one was a salon/gym, and I didn't do anything hands-on really like that because I don't think anyone would trust me to touch them or do anything like that. But I loved it. It was such a vibe. Oh my god, work horror stories. So, do you remember my stalker?
Yes.
Bearing in mind,
I've got one. No, go on. Sorry. I'm gonna probably bait out names as well.
The tea is coming out. But first of all, I had a stalker. He was a fucking weirdo. I remember I was wearing my Brazil top one day, and he come in and was going, Sofia. And I was thinking, how does this guy know my name? It's on the back of my top. Anyway, besides the point, I am a proper introvert. Like, I don't like speaking to people. The whole purpose of me getting that job was work experience, and I didn't turn up to it. I got forced to in the end, and then loved the job and kept it. But he used to come up to me when I was wearing headphones and be like knocking on the fucking table behind me. And I used to try and hide from him, and he'd follow me everywhere. And like, I'd go in the kitchen, that's like round the back. He'd be in the kitchen. Like, there's nothing there. There's no reason for you to be in the kitchen. Go away. And the other time, that man threatened to kill me. Bearing in mind, I was working this job in between late 15 to 18. This guy threatened to kill me because someone was sweating in the gym and smelled like me. I'm not joking. And I'm pretty sure this same man argued with my yaya in the street as well. Yeah.
Down the road?
Yes. When she was walking, she crossed the road and he was like arguing with her saying, why are you crossing the road? Because like, I'm walking by you. And she was like, I need to go this way.
Did she threaten to punch him?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you can't be threatening to punch these men. He literally goes to the gym. What was your one?
We had a similar horror story with this same woman with her daughters.
Oh, yeah.
So just imagine 17-year-old me serving at the till, like, do you want a bag and all of that. This lady, if you want to call her that, walks through the door and she's just standing there like this, staring at me. So I'm like, can I help? You put your hands in my daughter's hair! In front of everyone, in front of the whole shop. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed at this point. I'm like, well, get her out. So we've called security to get her out. She got taken out the shop, come back, straight back in. You put your hands in my daughter's hair! And I thought, please, for the love of God, do not embarrass me at my place of work. She had to get taken out the shop about 3 times.
The worst part is, we had arguments in my work, the work that I was just talking about.
With the same woman.
With the same woman. Because basically, let's just say there's these girls that we're not fans of. We weren't at the time. We didn't speak to them.
Still not.
I think one of them messaged me and said, can I get a sunbed calls? And I thought, what audacity for you to even be messaging me right now. I was like, no, don't you dare fucking roll up to my work. Watch what happens. She's walked in. And I didn't say anything to her. I just ignored her. And then I think I had my driving test this day. This is your fault, by the way, but it took me 3 times to pass my test. So thank you, because this is not what I needed when I'm doing my test. My sister used to cover me on days where I wasn't working, so she was there. This woman, this thing, walks in and she's like, I want to speak to your manager.
Nice.
It's actually giving Karen.
Yeah.
My sister's now recognised her and thought, if you want to speak to your manager about someone, because she said it was someone on the front desk. I was the only person that worked on the front desk. So Demi was asking her. No, she was like, the girl's been rude to my daughter, blah, blah, blah. So my mum's rolled up straight away, told everyone about themselves. That quickly got sorted out. But I failed my driving test because I found that out just before I went into it.
I'm so lucky I didn't lose my job over that. I'm so lucky that my supervisor at the time was only a couple years older than me and she was pregnant. So she just lost it. She was like, I'm pregnant. I'm not dealing with this on the shop floor. Get out.
What about... I don't even want to speak about this other company because it was the one I went to next. The people that own it are lovely. They're the most lovely people. So I was doing meat sales. First of all, it was really weird because one of the places that we were selling meat to, because it's all like calves and stuff like that, are a local place. And everyone said that the man that owns it is a weirdo anyway. And I remember he was one of my first customers to call and he was asking me for my Instagram. And I was like, and he was like, you sound really young. And I thought, okay, this is weird. I feel like every job apart from my first one, I've walked out really abruptly. Because that one, I called my mum crying and was like, someone's being horrible to me. And she was like, get out then. And I just left.
No, see, I've walked out of the hairdressers. I've walked out of Iceland. Iceland was probably like my worst job I've ever had in my whole entire existence. I don't know why I done that. I used to have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get there for 4 and stack shelves in lockdown. And I didn't know that you had to be good at stacking shelves. I didn't know that was a thing because apparently I wasn't doing the job properly. So I lasted there like 2 weeks, walked out. And then the sales place.
What, the insurance place?
Yeah, the one before the last job. That's got to be the worst job I've ever been to in my whole entire life. Because I was there for a week. Why are you telling me get on the phone and read the script? Bearing in mind, I've only ever been in like a face-to-face customer role. I've never been on the phone to people. I didn't even know how to speak to people on the phone. Take this, read it, sell me some insurance. No.
I forgot that while we were at college, I worked at the hotel as well. That was a trauma. I'm sorry, but allegedly there was mushrooms growing in the fucking basement bit of that. Obviously, because I was under 18, you're only supposed to work until, is it 10? That's the latest you can work, allegedly. They asked me to work really late for Christmas and I was like, no. And at this point, I didn't mind the job. Everyone was okay, but like I worked one morning and everyone was like, don't eat the breakfast. And I was like, why? And they were like, just don't eat the breakfast. Then I saw the rats and I can't remember why I left in the end. I think people kept asking me to cover their shifts and I was too much of a pussy to say no, so I just left the job altogether. Yeah. That was my first job in college, dropped out of college within 2 months because...
She was not a business queen at the time.
No. Yeah, we did a business course. You lasted. Did you pass?
Yeah.
I did. Oh, car sales. Listen, I don't know how I pulled this one out the bag, but no, I do because no one wanted that job once they got into it. I thought the interview. So they put on the like the Indeed
advert,
thing, the advert. They put like 50 grand a year. And I'm calling everyone. I'm calling Elliot. It's like,
no, I just got a job. I've landed myself 50k a year.
So
I was like, fair. That's not true, darling. No, it is.
Me being the Lulu Queen, went to the interview, couldn't find it. It's always the worst thing ever. Got in there. Tell me why I'm in a classroom setup. There's about 30 desks. They've given me a maths test, and I thought, nah. It's done from now. It's done before it started. But then we had to all separately go to 2 of the managers and speak to them about why we wanted the job. I remember waffling about wanting to go on holiday and stuff. I don't even know. I was just seeing that 50k money size and thought, getting us out the ghetto. But yeah, got there. I did well considering because...
Yeah, you were there for a few months, weren't you?
Yeah.
I had no social life. I did not see this girl.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, I was doing like 13-hour shifts. Everyone hated it.
You got me an interview there as well. Bearing in mind, she got me an interview for a finance position. Me, who's failed maths about 3 times, I was like, yeah, going into finance.
Again, cried and left. My manager at the time was so lovely, bless him. I remember I think because it was proper sales heavy, I got pulled in the office and screamed at like, "You've not sold 3 cars today," and I was like, "Fuck this! I can't do it anymore." So I called my mum. My mum's initial reaction to anything is just leave.
Just leave.
So that's what I did. I went up to him, cried to him, said I can't do it, and he was like, "There's always a place for you." And I crashed an Audi on the day I left. That's what sent me over the edge. I'd already sold no cars. It was a weekend, and
Wasn't
I
it
crashed
the
Audi.
person eating your lunch that sent you over the edge?
Oh my gosh, this guy. So 13-hour shift, no lunch allegedly. But we had this little room that was like a snack room, or where you'd hide when you don't want to see people. It was like kind of like the glass where it's like frosted. Went to the vending machine because that's all there was. We couldn't go and get lunch. It was just go to the vending machine, get a chocolate bar. So got a packet of crisps, went to serve a customer, come back. I've walked in on this boy eating my crisps. He's literally eating my crisps, and I thought, nah. Then I've gone to move a car, reversed straight into another car, had to show someone the car that had just been damaged and pretend that it wasn't damaged until it was sorted after. And then I quit. And he played me like whale music or something to calm me down. And then we ended up together.
Yeah. You got me that job as well.
Well, I didn't get you the job.
No,
I
you
put
got me
forward for the job.
Yeah, because I quit retail, and I thought, nah, I need a break. So me and my £400 wage booked myself a trip to Napa with her sister. No job, no money. I wanted to go eye Napa. So I did. Come back, and she got me an interview, and then we worked together.
It's so much better because when you've got all the other girls, all the Power Rangers, you're trying to say, oh, this person did this person's annoyed me today, but you actually know who I'm talking about. Like, it's a lot better. Moving swiftly on.
I feel like we went off on a proper rant about that.
Oh my God, no, I'm not moving swiftly on because I don't care if you know what I'm talking about. My most recent job. So this is actually how we become unemployed. So Alex obviously got made redundant. How long ago? A few weeks ago. Just before holiday.
Yeah, like probably about 2-3 weeks ago.
So I left that same job that she got made redundant for. Was not a vibe. If you do recruitment, hats off to you because fuck that shit. I'll never do that again. So I left there and then started another position in the property industry. So I thought, this is always me, that I'm landing a car job, recruitment, this, and I think it's all amazing. And then I get there and it's not what I thought it was going to be. I got there, cut a long story short, someone thought they could be rude to me. I left in my lunch break and never came back.
Right, like, if you can't see that, this is a consistent pattern with her. Yeah. I'll leave on my lunch break. I'm not telling you, I'm just not coming back. I'll block your number, see you later, pay me though.
Like, it's bad. It's a bad and a good quality because I won't take shit. But realistically, like, when you've got you've got bills to pay, you shouldn't be doing that. But we move. And we both ended up in Cyprus and that was a vibe. How did you find Cyprus for the second time?
Was great. I want to go back.
It was so good. And I feel like it let us forget that we were unemployed for a little bit.
Living my best life on the jet ski.
Like, I'm sure everyone that has watched our Instagram, this is how you know Instagram is fake. Because you're watching my Instagram, she's on so many.
That's one thing I get all the time, from my Instagram stories of people that I haven't seen. Oh, you go on so many holidays. Like, you must be living your best life. Do you think I can afford a meal deal?
Do I have petrol? Do I have petrol?
Like, I mean, I'll go on holiday, but I won't eat for the fucking following month. Yeah. Just for the sake of going on holiday.
Like, even from personal, I feel like in my worst relationship times, I probably portrayed that I'm on holiday doing this and that, but you've argued every day of it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Don't believe social media.
No. It's so cliche, but it is actually facts.
Oh, yeah, because I'm not being funny. If I was to have a mental breakdown, I'm not going to sit there and post it on my story. If I'm in a 5-star hotel in Cyprus, I'll let everyone and their mum know.
Also, I cut my hair in Cyprus. I feel like this is a reoccurring thing. When I go through a breakup or end of a situationship, either I do something to my hair or she does.
She went for a breakup and I dyed my hair.
Yeah.
Not her. I let her dye my hair. I will never forget this, and I will hold this against you for the rest of my life. I asked her to cut my dead ends off, right? I just wanted a little trim like this, and she cut this much of my hair off, and I walked out of her job and I cried and I did not speak to her. I walked home, and it was about a 40-minute walk home. I was walking home crying with a lob. It was not a good time.
Right, in this segment, we're going to be doing
Say it or shot it.
We've just got one shot glass. Honestly, if you see the background, one day we will post the behind the scenes of how we've got to this, because Alex is balanced on a Jack Daniels bottle. I'm balanced on some kind of
Mr. Mustard.
So, started from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Okay. Are you going first or am I going first? Should we do one for one?
Yeah, go on.
Who's gonna go?
Right. What is your worst friend experience? Are you going to say it or are you going to shot it?
No, I'll say it because fuck them.
Okay.
No, when I was younger, there was this girl. If you're watching, then you know who you are. But I was best friends with this girl for a while, and low-key, she used to just bully me, and I was still friends with her. Character building, though. What were the different occasions? There was one where we were playing on the trampoline. She threw me off it, and I smashed my head on the concrete. Then she cried for her mum and said I needed ice and that I'd fallen over. Then her nan worked in a hotel, and you know them like trolley things that you push with like the cleaning stuff or like the plates and that on it. When we got round the corner, she dashed me into the trolley. Everything went everywhere, and her nan screamed at me. Then when we went swimming before, I told her I couldn't swim, so she put me on her back and threw me off at the deep end. And her mum was like, "I'm not getting in. I'm wearing new jeans."
It's giving you user.
Yeah. So there you go. Not naming names because can't, but yeah.
We'll call her Susan.
Yeah.
Susan was a very nice friend to you.
All character building. Right. Have you ever been ghosted and explained?
Can I? Because it was quite can I?
And we can't even talk. We actually have a name for this situation and we can't.
No!
Name.
Let's just call it I've been Brian.
Yeah, I've been Brian.
I'll shot this one. I can't.
No.
I can't. Let's just say I've been Brian, then we'll call it a day.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, I can't. It's too recent for that. Oh, no.
I don't even want to drink. We're in our PJs.
Cheers.
And it's not even night time. I don't even know what time it is. I don't know how long.
It's fucking disgusting.
What is it?
Great snap.
Well, stop being a little pussy then.
Why did your last situationship end? No, let me do you one now. Are you
This
sure?
is fresh. This is like a few days old, so no, absolutely not. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's disgusting.
Oh, no, that's gone off.
No, it's not.
No, that's so gone off. Well, there's no point checking now. Could you die from gone off alcohol?
I don't think it can.
Does anyone else's friendship group talk in memes, or is it just us?
No, I think it's it.
It's like an everyday thing, like Sapling girl, you alright? Right. Worst colleague. I know we obviously can't be saying names, but we need to have a...
My worst colleague is someone from... I got verbally abused at a work social event. I've never been degraded so much in my whole entire life. It's me.
It's me.
Hi. What was your worst celebrity experience?
Am I allowed to say names? Well, it's not that deep, so I
Yeah.
suppose I can.
Yeah.
So, Cole Palmer blocked me. I'll run you down the story because it actually wasn't my fault. and you can vouch for this because you were there.
But no one possessed you to do that.
No one told me to do this. Me and Sky both think that Cole Palmer's good looking, and I was in a situationship at the time. So I said, Sky, let me be your wing woman. I'm going to DM him for you. Really, I was just going to be a bitch and mug
Sorry,
off.
Jack, by the way.
Yeah, sorry.
Apologies.
Yeah, sorry.
In advance.
No, when you know the real story, you know that I wasn't actually being a wing woman. I was just being a fake one. So I didn't realise when you Instagram someone a message for and you don't follow each other, it's an invitation. So my initial plan was to be like, have you got a girlfriend, asking for a friend, then send a mugshot of Splat. But I sent the first bit and then couldn't delete it or send anything else. Instagram, sort that out because you can't delete an invitation. And I was like, at the time, I kind of want to tell the boy I'm seeing because, like, I need to. If I message him, everyone was like, it doesn't matter, nothing's going to come of it. 6 o'clock in the morning, rolled over, looked at my phone. Cole Palmer's like, your photo. So I was like, okay then. Clicked on it. Fucking blocked me. User not found. So if you ever watch this in the near future, can you unblock me? I think what happened was, because the picture was old, I don't think he meant to like the picture. I think he just was seeing who I was and liked it by accident and then blocked me. By the way, piece of advice, if you block someone, it doesn't stop the like. You should have just unliked it. But yeah, there you go.
Thank you for that. That's still my best story. Your best story, sorry.
Describe your worst date in detail.
This is the reason why I will never shoot my shot with a man ever again, because this is the only time I did it and it turned out to be the worst fucking date of my entire life. So me just, sitting in the pub thinking, oh yeah, that guy's good looking. Let me go and ask for his number. I did. I got his number. He took me out for a few drinks. It was a bit awkward anyway, like he just used to make really weird fucking noises. Like he'd be like it was fucking weird. Anyway, we had a few drinks. He went to drop me home, and like I'm gonna demonstrate. I'm not gonna physically demonstrate it on you, but like when you're like in the car and you go go for a kiss and whatever. He didn't. He stuck his whole tongue in my ear, and he was like licking my ear. Never saw him again after that because that was fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't think
I thought he was gonna go in for a peck. No, mate, he was tongue in my ear.
He's doing a Yoda.
That was it. So yeah, girls, don't ever shoot your shot ever. What is the weirdest place you've ever?
I don't answer things like this. Whether there was anything or not, whether it was a bed. I do not answer.
Child of God.
I'm a child of Jesus. And I just would not like to think that my family would hear something like that.
No, that is very sensible of you, Phil. Well done.
Fucking hell, fill it up.
Drink it. Drink it all. Thank you.
The Red Bull. Oh my God. No, that's gone off. That's actually gone off. Yeah. No, sorry. No tea there. Have you ever had a work crush?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Who was it?
I'm not going to say who it was, but...
Was it recent?
It was recent, and he was my husband, and that's all I'm saying, and he knows he was my husband.
And that was say it or shot it. On holiday, I found my newfound talent of being a rapper. Yo, I left the crew, got the family, the friends, and John Rolls too. Don't know what we're about or what we're going to do. 27th, we're coming through. That's a snippet. If you want to put me on your song, let me know. Do you remember when we did that to Hazy?
We done it to Hazy, we done it to Tion Wayne, we done it to H, we done it to everyone, and Hazy was actually the only one that was supported.
Thanks, Hazy.
And Pot of Paper.
No, Pot of Paper.
Pot of Paper.
That is probably hands down the most embarrassing, right? So I DM'd him. I don't know why I do this, because you think when you DM like famous people, oh, like, I think people think they won't reply to them, but you've not actually tried doing it, and it is fucking hilarious.
I mean, from my experience, I've DM'd Harry Styles
I was just gonna say,
multiple
messaging Harry
times.
Styles, I love you.
I love you. I want to marry you. Like, you're the best man I've ever seen in my whole entire life. He's not responding to any of them.
So I messaged Put a Paper saying something like, is it these roads, these walls, these something,
hoes.
these hoes? And he come back blunt saying, what did he say it was?
These roads?
No, it wasn't. It was something that, I think he was lying. I think he was trying to mug me off. It was something so random, these something. I think he was trying to mug me off, to be honest. And Hazy as well, when we were drunk, we sung Packs and Potions to him and said, can we be on your next song? And he said, haha. So
I'll take that as a yes.
yeah, that basically.
So Hazy, hit us up.
Gonna mix these Packs and Potions. Guys, we just filmed.
Tune in next week.
Light it up. How are you feeling? Can we have a behind the scenes?
I feel. I'm very feel. I'm very feel.